light layup. He's got twin 900 horsepower engines in this boat. Now the boat trying to chase him, Jim, has 4 1,000 horsepower motors, and the more fuel that big Thunder boat burns off, the more speed he picks up.
More fuel burn off lessens the weight of the boat. That, of course, adds to the aerodynamics, and they are going to pick up speed.
Reggie Fountain currently averaging close to 125 miles an hour. That is extremely impressive, considering all the turns these boats have to slow down and negotiate.
These guys have to have a big smile on their faces today because this water is just perfect. They're not really getting the work on at all.
Check out this little boat, the smallest boat in the entire field. This is a 23-foot boat.
That's our style.
It's a Maelstrom hull. Very fast little boat. He, of course, is racing in A. Takes a lot of guts to get out there in a small boat like that. Thankfully, we've got pretty smooth conditions for him.
And we're getting a wave from the gang on the Muscle, the national champions in B class for 1998 and looking for a win here today.
Currently running second place in Manufacturers 2, the 38-foot Hustler Slingshot, Team Hustler, doing very well. Twin step bottom on this hull design. Twin 500 horsepower, totally stock power plants, and he's chasing the Fountain boat.
The checker flags are waiting. The race is winding down. We'll have the finish for you after this timeout.
You decided on a college. I know we talked about it, but you made your decision so fast. You know, your mother was hoping you'd pick a school that's small and close to home, where you're not just another number, with teachers that really care about you. And what about your son?
At the Bahamas for the Fountain Atlantis Superboat Challenge in beautiful Nassau.
Still a tremendous battle raging on in Super V. The V76 Fountain boat, Art Lilly, Jeff Harris on board, have now passed the VH1 boat one more time, Jim. Back and forth all day long.
It's been some great racing in some of these classes. Look at Big Thunder Marine. Come on strong now. It could get more interesting.
Guido Vermey, Bob Morgan on board Big Thunder Marine. We speculated earlier, could they be playing cat and mouse? They are closing ground now on Reggie Fountain. Team Stalker, of course, still leading, but it's getting very close in the S-Class as well. You see Bodyguard at the top of your screen. They are giving chase.
Chase, they're almost side by side. Is this not exciting in class?
Doesn't get any better than this, my friend. Your leader in Manufacturers 2, the Fountain boat. Beautiful paint job on that boat. Martin Sanborn, the owner and throttle man from California.
Right behind V-Muscle.
B1, Instigator. Missed a couple of races. They can't be national champions, but they are still very, very competitive, as Stan Lane earlier found out.
All year long, we were going back and forth when we missed the one race in Key West and kind of put us out of the points. But that doesn't mean we're not here to race with them. They're a great team to race with.
You guys had a great race in New York. This boat seems to get faster every race.
The way the competition is, you have to go faster every race. Otherwise, they run you right over.
And I know you want to say something about your favorite driver of all time.
He's still the best.
Camaraderie, that's the name of the game. They all get along so well. Here's the team that's getting along well. Mike Nicholson, the driver. Rick Felson is the owner and throttle man, leading in class in the P class today.
And Drambuie on ice for the past 3 laps, Jim. They have actually had faster lap times than Alcone. They're closing the gap on Matt Alcone and Jerry Gilbreth.
How's this boat stand in this class, Haviland?
Team Haviland currently 3rd place. Wally Nagler and Bob McElhenney doing a good job, but they seem to be a little bit down on power for some reason today.
This boat is really riding very well. A deep V hull, V muscle, as we said before, national champions, SPI style for 1998.
Well, actually, all they had to do today was just start the race, and they had it sewed up, but they're out there being very competitive, as are these guys who we mentioned earlier. They're still closing the gap. They just took some water over the bow. They are really letting it all hang out, trying to get the checkered flag.
Yes, we're coming down to that time where you hear gremlins in the engines, or you say we're going for broke. The checker flags are waiting. These guys know it. Now the adrenaline really pumps.
Well, speaking of checkered flags, these guys are leading in class, and they're also the national champions. They got it all wrapped up. I spoke to Pat and his throttle man a little earlier and congratulated them on their fantastic victory this year in 1998.
Thank you very much. For the sport, for Donzi, the Factory 1 class, we enjoyed it the whole year. Next year, we should be even more competitive. More boats coming into it. I mean, I think we should have a great time next year. And again, I thank thank Donzi, I thank SBI, all the organizations that we run with. It was a great year, and hopefully next year we'll have a good year, just like we did this year.
This is the last regular season race in Superboat International competition for 98. Next stop, the Worlds at Key West. On board with John Tomlinson at Forrest Barber, giving chase, trying to catch up, trying to make the difference.
Well, they just made the pass, Jim. They just passed Alcone. Alcone is down. You saw him scream by, and there's Alcone. The hatches are up. Big, big trouble in the Alcone camp.
Whoa, what a turn of events. We'll be back to check it out after this.
There's something happening on the water. At Fountain Powerboats, when we race, you win.
To show
Jim Hendrick along with Stan Lane back here at Paradise Island on the Atlantic Ocean in Nassau. Inside once again. Now the second place boat becomes the first place boat. We're inside the leader as the Alcone Motorsports went dead in the water.
I wish we could put a camera on the face of the man driving this boat, Forrest Barber, because he has to have a smile as wide as Texas, where he hails from now, because he's been battling out all year long, Jim, with Alcone, and now he's passed him, and just a couple of laps remain.
Here is another challenge coming up. Reggie Fountain trying to hold on to the 76 boat. Thunder Marine, the number 10, is coming up on him. You can see the difference. You can see Reggie just in front of him.
Well, Bob Morgan throwing the coals to those four 1,000 horsepower engines as we watch S69 Bodyguard still trying to catch Stalker. And here's your leader in A, Performance Marine, a little 28-foot power play hull.
And you talked to him earlier.
It's the last race for the national championship, and we're going to do our best to take the A1 back home to Pompano Beach at Performance Marine.
Pat Sullivan is usually here in the cockpit, but he's not here today.
No, sir. He's in the hospital, and we're hoping him a speedy recovery. We're just going to go out there and do our best. We got a new man at the wheel. I'm going to be on the throttles, and we're going to give it our best shot, see what we can do.
Looks like they're doing okay by me. What do you think?
They're doing great. I'm sure Pat Sullivan has a smile on his face as he lays in the hospital bed. Want to wish Pat all the best.
Hold on to your hat, Art Lilly. Jeff Harris trying to hold off another challenge from the JH Electric Lift Ship. This has been a battle all race long.
I don't want to sound redundant, but yes, another pass has been made in the Super V class. And Drambuie now has everything going his way. You know, they got their fingers crossed, Jim, hoping that nothing happens as we look off the stern of Drambuie, still going upwards of 150 miles an hour.
He is now on his last lap around this island, about 10 miles to go.
Tremendous speeds on this boat. We talked about earlier how it's dialed in so perfectly, and we've mentioned so many times, numerous times, you have to finish to win, and Drambuie right now looks like they will be finishing. Of course, Alcone sadly went down.
Speed and consistency go together. There's one of the big cruise ships they're passing now as they're wending their way toward the ocean.
Look how close it is in the Superboat class right now. Big Thunder Marine is edging up on Reggie Fountain. Can he overtake him? We'll find out.
It's going to be a battle right down to the wire.
4 engines on that Big Thunder boat, only 2 on the Fountain boat. But when you got 4 engines, you've got quadruple the chance of something happening. Rick Felson has had no problems all day long.
All his own way, but now he's being passed by a bigger class boat, of course, Big Thunder, giving chase on Reggie Fountain's 76 entry.
Key West Lugger currently 3rd in S class. Neat little boat here, about a 28-foot boat, handmade, hand-built, twin outboard power. And the only female in the entire class, Jim, Miss Patricia Parton on board.
Here's the Budweiser, one of the smaller boats. Twin outboard power, they're getting a good ride.
The Instigator boys, the boys from New York City. They're looking to win this race. They can't win the national points, so we've already talked about that. But these guys come to race, and they come to race hard.
And they'll challenge in the World Championships at Key West also. Reggie Fountain leading in Superboat class, but looking back over his shoulder at that number 10 boat, who is creeping up with the last lap to go.
Both of Reggie Fountain's rear view mirrors are full of number 10, Big Thunder Marine, extremely special. This guy here, we just saw at Manufacturers 2, still leading, that's Fountain Boat. And of course, B01, the O got knocked off by some waves, but Dave Branch, Diamond Dave, will take this boat and be national champion this year, even though he's currently second place in this race.
Open cockpit, getting a pretty good ride. You think the throttle man's a little bit bored? He hasn't had to do much.
All he's had to do is just move the throttles all the way forward and pretty much leave them there. Of course, the throttle man has to worry about trimming the drives and also trimming the trim tabs. But yeah, you're right, Jim. They just had throttles to the wall all day long. Just great conditions for high speed.
Still in third, the Haviline in the S-Class.
Well, this boat has those safety cockpit canopies, and they are heavy. And this smooth water, more weight means less speed.
In Super Limited, we are aboard the leader with a checkered flag waiting. And still, there are battles yet to be decided. Stay tuned. Today's Atlantis Bahamas Superboat Challenge is being brought to you by Fountain Powerboats, because there is a difference. And by the Bahamas, it just keeps getting better.
Well, it's getting a lot better for Forest Bar, where the checkered flags are in sight. No gremlins, the boat's still running good, and there's Philip Michael Thomas waving the checkered flag. As you see your winner there, Trambuoy screaming by.
Winners of the Superboat Limited class.
And here's your winners in Manufacturers 2, Fountain. They did a great job today. All day long, this boat ran roughly close to 85 miles an hour. And here's your winner in Super V, JH Electric Lift Ship Special. Jim, back and forth all day long. Apparently something happened to the Fountain boat.
And word we're getting that a quarter of a mile from the finish line, the Fountain boat ran out of fuel.
Big Thunder Marine passed Reggie Fountain.
Oh, we've had close battles. Trambuoy, of course, as we said, the winner in the Superboat Limited. Halco Motorsports second. JH Electric Lift Ship edging out the Fountain. Here, High Risk once again is the winner in P class. Instigator takes the B class over The Muscle. That was a good battle. Team Stalker over Bodyguard, Haviland Racing, and rumor has it a Key West Lager in that order in stock class. In production, Performance Marine leads the field across the finish line first. Fountain takes Manufacturers 2. Manufacturers 1, won by Dan Donzi. Now let's go down to the winner's circle.
Of course, you couldn't ask for a better birthday present than this. First in Super Limited and first overall.
Well, could not ask for anything any better. I tell you, we're so lucky, and I thank everybody on the Drambuie team and God for taking care of us, and I'm just happy to be here. It was a great race and a lot of fun to chase in. They set a real tough pace, and we're just glad to overcome.
Johnny, as he said, Alcone was screaming there for a while.
Yeah, he's been fast. He's real fast all year. But I tell you, got to give this one to the crew. Everyone's worked hard. We were able to push them real hard, and they broke at the end, and we'll take it.
Winners here, of course, the Superboat class is Big Thunder Marine and Robert Morgan. You've done it again.
Yes, sir. We brought her home again. We didn't want to ruin our stuff because we got to get ready for Key West, and we started laying on her the last 4 laps.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. This guy here does a pretty good job of driving.
He did a super job of driving.
Philly, what a race today in Super V. It was awesome.
It was great. It was awesome. It was great.
This boat, not quite the speed of the, but you know what? You gotta just put it all out there on the line, and you guys did. You were airing it out, and you won.
Yeah, it was great. It's not really so much an offshore racing, how fast you go. It's how long you go fast. We kept going. We went into the last turn down there side by side. These guys are the greatest competitors, dicing it out the whole time. We would turn sometimes only inches apart, never worried about them coming over, slamming the door. Good competitors, clean race. Can't say enough about it. It was awesome.
National champions, High Risk, of course, Rick Felson, along with his driver, Mike Nicholson, did a fantastic job.
It was fun. Mikey and I just let the boat go, and it just went in the right place, straight. And I think we set a new average record on the course. They told me 105 miles an hour. That's fast for a P-boat, but we had a lot of fun.
A lot of fun, yeah. It's my first time over here with Rick. Last couple of races I haven't been able to make it because I've had business problems, but here we are, and we finally won a race in the Bahamas together.
Show this B-boat gave the Super V's fits all day long.
Yeah, the boat ran real good today. We had a little bit of a point to prove. We didn't win the national championship, but we won the race. I commend the Muscle in a good series and a good fight. They're good competitors, and we'll be back next year to see if we can get our #1 back.
How are water conditions out there, especially around the bridge area?
Around the bridge area, it stirred up especially when the big boats went through. But other than that, on the outside, it was pretty flat. You could run as fast as you wanted.
You got Tim Steiner, Craig Morris. What a team! Another championship.
Yeah, it was incredible. Today was a good day in the Bahamas. We got the first place there. 1998 SBI National Champions. Couldn't feel better.
Listen, did the water change on the back shore?
Nothing. It was dead flat everywhere today.
Martin, this Factory 2 class is so much fun, and you guys were out there with the big boys, Dan.
Oh, it's great fun. This class is fantastic. It's real deck-to-deck racing. All of us are running the same engine, same general configurations. It's just great racing.
It all boils down to hull design and, I guess, driver and throttle man, huh?
Absolutely. I think on the bigger boats, the hull designs are getting pretty close. A lot of it has to do with the drivers and the throttles. It's just, if you're going into the turns and the racing's happening there.
The Minister of Tourism presents the overall Atlantis Trophy, and the Atlantis Hotel, what gracious hosts they were.
Well, they certainly were. Tremendous awards, banquet, and ceremony. The trophies were handed out. And there's my man, Philip Michael Thomas, and he's going to be racing soon. I can't wait to see that, Jim.
Like to have him aboard. He's a very nice man. Rick Felson, of course, chit-chatting after the race. He's a winner. This guy's funny. And the guy on the left, Jack Derrick, forget it. I could go on all day about him. Peter and his lovely little daughter, she's having a good time, says Daddy's #1. John Carbonell and his grandson, Mondo. Until the World Championships, on behalf of Stan Lane, I'm Jim Hendricks. So long.